Well, here's the setup I got. I got my 360 here, and I'm actually running a cord so I can power my 360 so I never run out. And so we'll see how that goes. But this thing works really nice. It's got an adjustment here. You can loosen it up here. And you can move this back and forth to either side. And this thing here rotates on top. So see, so you can have it go whichever way you want it to go. So that's neat. And so if I want to flop it to the side like this, I can get from the side view, and then I can bring it back up. I can do this side or that side, so that's neat. And here's what it looks like on the bike. I just hooked it up to my rack here. I wanted to get some back shots of me, and so I can get some drone type footage. Let me see how far that goes. That goes a long ways. So we'll see what that looks like today. And yeah, that's neat. Yep, it tightens up here real nice. So it's really, really strong. All right, that's where we're starting. I'm gonna do some 360 today. I got a new card and see, probably do most of it with the 360 today just to see what we got here. See if it's good enough. And I did hook another 360 mount on the back here, so we'll get some shots from the back today. And I forgot to mention I got a GPS remote here, and so that's what we'll be using to record today, and we'll see how that works. See if we can get some GPS stats for you. All right, well, let's get this ride on the way here. Hopefully I can pick up some nice shots and get some better footage for you here. Don't let that sun fool you. It is brutal cold today. It's in the 30s. And after having 60s, 30s really feels cold. Oh man, that's cold. Ooh, the wind's really blowing up here. Oh my word. Oh, it's a weird week, because in a few days it's going to be in the 60s again. So, yeah. Man, I haven't even made it out of my driveway yet, and my hands are cold. Only brought one hand warmer today, but maybe I won't get too cold. But man, that wind is intense. You see over there on the pond how bad it's blowing. Trying to get my gear on the right position here, because man, it is cold. I got spoiled with those 60-degree weather. Now we're back to cold again. But we'll see if we can get you some good shots here today. Oh, I'm gonna have to go down where the wind ain't so bad. The best place to go would be down to the bottom. Man, that wind is cold. I don't mean to be such a wimp, but that's brutal. Woo, doggy. Oh man, it's downright cold today. My eyes are going numb. I should have switched back to my winter goggles. Woo, man. Not going to be a speed demon today, but it's rough. Woo, man. Woo, man, it's cold. Forgot how intense it was. Maybe I'll warm up into it. Readjust my goggles here a little bit. Woo. Yeah, that's the thing down by our house. We live in a valley and it'll be as calm as can be down there. And we'll think it's a nice day, hardly no wind blowing. Be a nice day to go for a bike ride. And then we get out our driveway and it's like, oh my goodness, what was I thinking? I know one thing, I can't wait till spring comes. Make it much more pleasant to be riding. Might have to stop and rearrange my face, my goggles and stuff. It is cold. There's one little areas that just sneaking in on me. Yeah, we'll mess around down here in the bottoms for a while. Woo, doggy. Talk about your brain freeze. This is certainly your brain freeze right here, boy. Woo. Whew. Well, we'll go down here and see Ah, it already feels better. That's something, just getting out of the wind just a little bit really helps. Ow. Yeah, check out the lilies there, ain't they pretty? Lilies. Oh, bloom, but man, it's cold. But yep, I can look at my phone and see what it's doing, how much I have left. This screen on here I can hardly read sometimes. They ought to have an option so you can turn everything else off and just see the words. Because there's people that are half blind can't see it. Okay, yep, it says it's charging. So I guess I can see it with my glasses. I love old people. Oh, because I am one. In case you're wondering why I'm not pedaling, it's because I'm going downhill, okay? You wouldn't believe some of the comments I get. You know, why don't you pedal? When you're riding a non-e-bike, there's times that you don't pedal. When you're going down hills, when you don't want to go no faster than you're already going. I mean, those are all times that, yeah. I just think it's funny. Some of the comments I get are just so funny. Yeah, it's pretty muddy down through here. But it's a nice place to explore. Looks like with our last rain, it really got bad down here. Ooh, getting kind of muddy. Getting kind of muddy down here. I didn't plan on getting muddy today. Especially on a cold day, I don't want to get wet. Here's where all the equipment is. Yeah, let's see if we can make it through here. No problem. Man, this road's really muddy. So I got my new card. So look out, I can record all day now. These videos end up being 3 hours long. But you know, people watch how much of it they're gonna watch. Some people watch it for the total length, and some people watch it for just a few minutes. Some people skip around and look for the high points. A lot of times I look around and try to find the high point that I have in the thumbnail. A big piece of tin there from our tornado. Yeah. It's really muddy through here. Yeah, this road goes back to a farmer's field, and boy, it's a lot more fun investigating this than riding in that cold wind out there. So, probably don't need the GPS stats and all this stuff, but at least I'll know if it works or not. Oh, the big hawk up there. Yeah, I should have honked the horn right away when I started that, so I had something to look to sync the audio with. But I was at a standstill, so it should sync pretty good. So when you got all the wind noise, it's really hard to sync. Well, should we go for it, guys? Oh, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. This is gonna be kind of icky. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Yeah, like I said, this just goes up to a farmer's field, but we might as well go all the way up there while we're here. And there we go. This is where it ends. So we'll go ahead and switch the camera around, get the back view on the way out. All right, that should work. I don't think I'll hit that with my foot, but we'll see here. Oh. Yeah, and I can see the camera in my mirror, so that's kind of reassuring. As long as I don't fill the camera up with mud, right? That's always a possibility. Going through a bunch of junk here, end up getting full of mud or something. Well, that sure wiggles around there, don't I? Well, it'll be interesting to see how that footage turns out. But see, people, I'm pedaling now because there's a reason to. Yeah, it's kind of a full-time job keeping this road good enough to pass. And so when you got it behind you like this, it's kind of like a drone shot. It's almost like the camera's just flying right behind you. Really muddy through there. Don't want to drop my camera off in the mud. Woohoo! Pretty muddy. Yeah, how'd you like to live down here? Have to deal with this every day. Have to have a four-wheel drive in order to come down here. Especially when it's raining. I mean, this water just runs down this road. Yep, I've seen this water run right down this road. Looks like it's doing it now. Because this culvert here gets clogged up and it just goes across the road and continues down it. The water will seek its easiest path. Kind of taking it easy because I'm not sure about that camera flopping around back there. But it should be some good footage, I would think. Seems weird recording the whole time because I'm always trying to conserve my card and stuff, and so I'm always turning it off and on. It does conserve it, but it makes editing a lot harder because you gotta put all those pieces together, and usually the audio on the 360 is a lot to be desired, especially going down the road. So there's that. Worked, I guess. I want to try to get them more upright. There, that's more upright. These things are pretty adjustable. I think I'll leave it there and we'll ride over there. Then I'll change it back. Well, even though it's cold out here, I'm still having fun. Testing out my 360 out here, boy. That's wind. It's just really feel it. Hey, buddy. Dog over there watching me. Yeah, over here on the right, there's a abandoned house. Like I've said before, we got so many abandoned houses in our area. I'm gonna go kind of slow here to let the mud get off of my tires. Okay, now we're going in 4. PAS number 4. Yeah, I will say I like being able to look down and see that red light on the GPS remote indicating that I'm recording. Yeah, take a look at that stop sign there. I can't believe that stop sign. Anyways, not having to look at the camera like right now, the camera's behind me, so in order to make sure you're recording, you'd have to pull your phone out, or you'd have to stop and look. And like I said, that print on those is so small I can hardly see it. So it's really hard for me to see it. Yeah, let's go climb Big Bertha Hill. Go climb Big Bertha Hill. Hopefully, make all different connections here. And now I gotta all those files in order to connect up together. Oh well, should be pretty easy because I wasn't moving. The audio is okay when you're not moving. It's just that when you're moving, that wind noise just blows out the audio, so you can't understand anything, and so the camera can't. The software can't pick out the parts that are the same. Yeah, I noticed last time I was down there looking at the dock, there was a camera down there, so they're watching people when they go down there now. So don't want to give them no reason to get on me, even though I wouldn't hurt nothing. And even though it was owned by the state, they gave it to the college, and now the college kind of controls it. Yeah. It's pretty muddy. I don't want to go down there anyways. You can see down in the background there, it's really swampy down there. I bet you there's a lot of big deer back here. You don't get a whole lot of hunting pressure back here. So I'm sure there's a lot of really big deer out here. Right through here. Whoa, muddy, muddy, muddy. Ah, I love this all-wheel drive. I can just go anywhere I want to with it and get out of places I didn't want to. But I can get through my ride today. Tomorrow it's supposed to be about 20 degrees warmer than today, so that'll be nice. A lot of times you can't tell what's underneath the leaves here. Yeah, people like to see you back in the woods once in a while. Yeah, let's see if I can get through this here without hurting myself. Not as spry as I used to be. When I was a kid, I'd just ride through that and just wouldn't think nothing of it, but I'm not as limber as I used to be, and not as good on my feet as I used to be. And if you live long enough, you'll find that out too. Ooh, that was muddy. Water crossing. Well, let's see how fast we can go. Yeah, I got one of those hand warmers in my pocket because I don't know, man, it's cold out. But this road just comes out here and ends at a hunting cabin. So there's not usually people out here all year round. Yeah, if you can call it a hunting cabin, I guess. It's kind of like a trailer. But I guess you'd call it a hunting cabin. Yeah, right straight across that field there's where we were, up at that farmer's field. Yeah, we're at 28%, so it's probably gonna go dead on me. It's unreal that they'd have those and not have them so you could run a GoPro on them. So I'll have to, I do have a couple of power banks. I could try those. See how those work. Yeah, probably the Bluetooth GPS probably takes a little bit more juice than usual because it's broadcasting to the Bluetooth. Oh, man, that was a hump I didn't expect. That scared me. Didn't expect that one, kind of snuck up on me. Man, this wind is cold. Well, David, up there in Wisconsin, I can see what you're dealing with on a daily basis. That's why it's hard to ride, because man, you have a lot colder than this. So yeah. Cold weather, pretty intense. Well, that'd probably explain why my handlebar warmers didn't work. My son bought me some handlebar warmers for Christmas and I plugged it in and it just didn't work. And I thought, well, it just don't work, I guess. And well, that would explain why. It needs more juice. I guess they're kind of meant more for a motorcycle than a bike. That says 25%, so it's not going down real fast. But maybe if I left it plugged in the whole time, it'd be all right. But oh, brr. Hey, puppy. Oh, look at that stop sign there. I can't believe it. Probably not too hard to figure out who's doing it. Ain't no one gonna let someone shoot off a gun that close to their house without complaining. So, yeah. Well, we only come about 12 miles, spending our time down in the bottoms, out in the woods. So we'll try to get in at least another 10 miles in here so we can be a little respectable. Don't want to be embarrassed to put my miles up. Oh, I sure do like my pogies though. You know, I ride mostly with one hand in my pocket and one on the handlebar, and so when I put my hand back on the handlebar's cold, but the other side that I keep in there all the time, I don't have nothing else in there, no hand warmer or nothing, and it stays pretty warm. So yeah, well, we'll go by our other puppy dogs and see if they're out. And yeah, I'm having to talk mostly through my hoodie here, so hopefully this mic picks it up. It's the first time I've ever rode with my full coat on, I think, with my mic. So I got it kind of in a different position, so. Oh man, that wind. Maybe going the other way, the wind won't be so strong. But going this way, man, it is cold. Whew, man. This will separate the men from the boys, or the men from the mice. I feel like a mouse about now. Man, it's cold. 22%. %. Yeah. Maybe it'll last till I get home. Woo. That's a little better going this way. Still feel it though, man. Look at all the birds. Well, they did some work on the field over there. Got all those trees they cut off to the left there. Must be gonna farm that field. Probably the guy who built this house up here. That would be my guess. You know, if I was gonna build a house, I think I'd have it a little further off the road. Further off the road, the better in my eyes. That's why I live in a house that's a half a mile off the road. Of course, it does make for more maintenance and stuff. Gotta take care of the driveway and stuff, but I don't mind. Something I don't mind doing to get to live where I want to live. Oh, man. Woo, man, it's pretty cool. Don't mean to keep harping on it, but it's pretty intense. I mean, you take 30 degrees and then go 35 miles an hour. That's a pretty low wind chill. I thought I dressed warm enough, but should have had more on my head. Whew, man. Somebody has stock in a sign company here. Speed limit 35, share the road with bikers, Amish, and then a right turn. On a road that sees probably 10 cars a day. You can see that flag over there. I'll get back in these trees, maybe the wind won't be so bad. Bum, bum, bum. This is a pretty steep hill. I wonder what the stats are on this. Probably about an 8% or 9% grade if I had to guess. See how accurate I am. If the stats are working on this. I hope so. 'Cause that's what I bought it for. No trains. No trains today. Whew, man. Yeah, these dogs are getting so used to me coming through here, they don't even bother a whole lot anymore. Hey, buddy. Whew. Yep, they don't even sound the alarm anymore. He thinks I'm one of them now. You know, people who heat their houses with wood, I mean, I understand the draw, because, you know, maybe you can get wood for free, but is it really free? I mean, if you gotta spend your free weekends processing wood and cutting it and splitting it and stacking it, that's a lot of work. So it's not actually free, even if they give you the wood. You still have to work for it. Yeah, I think, oops. I think the 360, every once in a while it stops recording automatically. Probably every 10 minutes or so, to keep the files from getting probably too big. That's why, you know, you should read the manual before you do something, right? So you know what's going on. But I never used to record that much. Like I said, I would record, I'd stop and start it all the time. And really got to be a pain, because especially when I got the wireless mic, trying to line everything up all the time. Yeah, I spend a couple hours just trying to get the audio lined up. And I know they got the auto sync in DaVinci, but the GoPro audio was so bad that, or the Insta360 audio was so bad that you couldn't even hear it. So it couldn't sync because it couldn't hear it. And I know you can hang it off the side so it talks, you know, directly to the camera, but I'm too afraid it'll fall off. And I don't think it'll work for 360 anyways. I saw a video where a guy said it didn't work for 360, Insta360 1F. So I just do it this way, and I'll work out a workflow that'll be nice, and that'll be fast, but it'll take me a little bit. Well, maybe it'll stay going until I get home. Then we'll try the power bank next time. My daughter bought me a couple for Christmas last year. Hopefully they're still good. I get a buggy today. Oh man. Oh, I can't believe how cold it is. I almost skipped today because it was so cold that no, I better not. Always feel better when I ride. Woo. "21 miles so far. Woo! I don't hear the frogs today. Too cold for the frogs. Too cold for the frogs. Oh man. Yeah, about 26 miles or so, about all I can do today. Ah, it scared me. That dog scared me. He scared me. Didn't see him till the last second there. I was looking the other way. And no, I didn't hit him. I scared him too. That's why he yelped. He was a long ways away from me yet, but he was wanting to go back home. And yep. Oh man. Going back into the wind now, boy, that's intense. Oh, man. Oh, a couple more miles and I'll be able to get warmed up. Car sneaking up behind me here and I didn't see it there till the last second. Yeah, he's not gonna pass me. I hate that feeling when you just glance in your mirror and there's a car there and you don't know how long he's been there. And your heart sinks down to your belly button. Oh, that was pretty intense. Let me tell you. Either I forgot or that's some of the most intense cold riding I've done so far. I've done some down like 15 or 10 degrees. I don't know, today the wind was blowing so hard it just seemed more intense. But maybe I just forgot. Well, there's where we ended up. 25 miles almost. 2 hours it took me. 13,501. I didn't even realize I was going to go over. So there you go. 13,501. I didn't realize I was that close. But we didn't use up too much juice today because, yeah. Well, thanks for coming along with me today. Kind of a different day. Trying out some new equipment and seeing how things go. And, yep, it appears that USB is not going to run that fast enough. So I'll have to use a power bank. So I'll get that set up and we'll try that next time. Anyways, thanks for riding with me today. Goodbye. Good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you.
May the good Lord take a liking to you.
Hallelujah.
May He spread His blessings on your trail.
Hallelujah.
May He be your guide anywhere you ride, and be always your host when you're needing Him most. May the good Lord take a liking.